In this video lecture, we will define the analysis options. So first of all, we are going to assign the meshing to our structural model. So what actually the meshing is? ETABS is the finite element analysis software. That nothing but means structural elements analyzed by the ETABS are not considered the structural element as a whole. The software divides the structural element into the small parts and analyze these small parts. With respect to that, we will get the results. So this is what the finite element analysis is. That nothing but means analysis of finite elements in structural element. So to provide meshing, we need to assign the parameters to our model. So first of all, we are going to assign the meshing for frames. That is nothing but means for beams and columns. So to assign the meshing for the frame elements, we have to go to assign frames, frame auto mesh options. Here we have two options, no auto meshing and auto mesh frame objects. Here we are going to mesh our frame object. So I am going with these options, auto mesh frame objects. So here we need to choose the different parameters for auto mesh frame objects. So mesh at intermediate joints is selected and mesh at intersection with other frames and area edges is also selected. So I will make it is as default as it is. So now we need to select the structure. So here I am going to select the whole structure in the manner all the frame elements are also selected and apply and OK. Now again go to assign frames and frame floor meshing options. So here we have also three options: program determined, include selected frame objects in a mesh, do not include the selected frame objects in a mesh. So here I am go with program determined frame floor meshing options. So for that, select whole structure, apply and OK. Now we need to assign the meshing for the floor slabs. So for that, go to assign shell and here we have the option floor auto mesh options. So here we have some couple of different options available to assign the meshing to the shells. So the first option is default. So the default option is for, here you can see the notes are given here. Default option is the setting that will be used on all floor shell objects meshing unless the another choice is specified. For horizontal decks and planks, for horizontal slabs and layer slabs, and for inclined slab, no auto meshing. That is, they are not internally meshed and remain as a single element equivalent to the size of floor object. That means if you are going with these options, then the floor slabs will be meshed, but our inclined slabs, that nothing but means our west slab is not meshed. So that's okay, because we are going to design our staircase manually, but we are going to use the software analysis results for the floor slabs. So here I'm go with defaults. Let me go through you to with these another options. So for defining the rigid diaphragms and the mass only, you need to select these options. So if you don't want to mesh the shell objects, then you need to choose these options. And if you want to mesh your structural shell objects in the this by these elements, then you need to choose these options, and here you need to input the values in which you need to divide your shell for meshing. And here we have the option for the auto quickly cut objects into the structural elements. So here I'm go with default option. Add restraints on the edges if corner have restraints. It's okay. So here I'm selecting whole the structure in the manner all the shells are selected. So default option is selected, apply, OK. So we are done with the applying meshing. Meshing should be done in a proper way. If you are not doing the meshing in a proper way, that means if you are going to mesh your structural elements improperly, then your results may differ from the actual results. So that you need to mesh your structural elements properly. So we are completing this step, assign meshing. So now again we need to check our model. So previously we are also check our model, but now we are apply the loads, apply the meshing, so that we need to check our model again, because in the next step we are going for the analysis. So to check the model, click on analyze, check model. So here joint checks should be selected, frame checks should be selected, shell checks, and here now we need to check these checks, that is check for meshing, check for loading, and check for duplicate self mass. We need to also select the fix for the trim and extend frames and joint story assignment. So here the length of tolerance for the check is 1, okay, and now go. Okay. So now software will check for the different parameters. So here we get the message that is model has been checked and no warning messages were generated. That nothing but means whatever the loading we applied and whatever the meshing that we provided is okay to our structural model. If there is any mistake, then software will show the list of errors here, and these errors are very difficult to resolve. So that we need to go step by step while modeling the structure in computer software. So close the window. So now we need to auto-relabel all these structural elements. Let me take you to the first floor plan. So here you can see, as we model our structural elements, the ETABS will give the name to the structural elements. That means, let me first of all undeform the shape. Here you can see, for this slab, ETABS give the label name as F1. Because we first draw these slab. Then we draw these slabs so that ETABS give the name as F2. You can see our previous video. Then we draw these slabs so that the ETABS give the name as F3. So in the manner ETABS will give the name. But here we have the option that means auto-relabel all. By providing the auto-relabel to the all structural elements, the ETABS will give the name in a linear direction to the all structural members. Because here you can see our structural elements has not the linear names. Here you can see 12, 21. So for comfort after analysis, because for design we need each and every information of each structural element, so that it will get comfort to us to know the location of structural element as per the name of structural element. So for that, go to edit and click on auto-relabel all. So here you can see relabeling cannot be undone. Do you want to relabel? Yes. So here you can see our all structural elements are now relabeled. I will show you. So here you can see now, this is now our F1. This is not F2. This is F2. This is F3. So now all structural elements, likewise for beams, columns and slabs, relabeling are done. So now we need to check the active degree of freedom. So here we are dealing with the complete 3D model. So here we need to choose the active degree of freedom for 3D structure. So for that, go to analyze and click on set active degree of freedom. And here we have the options full 3D, XZ plane, YZ plane and nose head rotation. So here our structure is full 3D structure. If you are going to analyze 2D sections, then here you need to choose XZ plane and YZ plane as per respective conditions. So here we are dealing with full 3D, so that all translation and rotations with respect to X, Y, Z axis are selected. Click on OK. Set load cases to run. Go to analyze and click on here set load cases to run. This is the option we have in ETABS, that nothing but means if you don't want to run the respective loading type, then you can also do that. That nothing but means if you don't want to run the wind load in your structure, then you can also do that, but do not run the case. So here you can see now the wind load case will not run in X direction. So similarly you can do that for the Y direction, but here we are going to run all the loading types, so that here I am going to run all the load cases. So here we have also option for the diaphragm and center of rigidity. If you want to calculate the center of mass and the center of rigidity with respect to the story of your structure, then you need to select these box. So here I am selecting this box and click on OK. So now we need to select the advanced Sapphire options. If you are advanced user of the softwares by the CSI, then you must know these options. For that, go to analyze and click on advanced Sapphire option. So here we have the couple of options. ETABS is the product of CSI, and company CSI has the different softwares with respect to the type of structure. Likewise, for the building structure, they have the software ETABS. For the analysis and design of bridges, they have software CSI Bridge. For the plants, they have the software CSI Plant. Such as for analysis of all the structure, they have the software SAP. Whereas SAP is the first software by the CSI. And behind the ETABS, there is a SAP engine that runs the analysis in the program. So that here we have the advanced Sapphire options. So here the different types of solvers that we have available, that is nothing but means standard solver is best for structural stability checks, good for problem size and good for solution speed. Advanced solver is better for structural stability checks, best for problem size and better for solution speed. Whereas multi-threaded solver is good for structural stability checks, better for problem size and best for solution speed. So here our structure is a very small structure. In ETABS what happen, if your structure is big, then it will take time if you choose the standard solver, because it is good for solution speed, not the best. So that here our structure is very small, so that here we are going with the standard solver, not multi-threaded solver. If you are dealing with the high-rise building structure, then I will recommend you, first of all, you go with the standard solver for the first analysis, and for again if you want to analyze the structure, then you go with the multi-threaded solver. But first of all you will go with standard solver, because it takes time but it will show your structural stability checks. Okay, so here I am go with standard solver. For the analysis options, here we have three options: auto, GUI process and separate process. So the GUI process is better for small problems, whereas separate process is better for large problems. So here our structure is small, but I am not selecting this because these options are not very important. So here I am go with auto for the analysis process options. So click on OK. So here in the way we are define the analysis options. So in the way we are completing the step 14, in which first of all we are assign the meshing to our structural elements, check model again, auto-relabel all the structural elements, check active degree of freedom, set load cases to run and set advanced Sapphire options.